FIFA was already the biggest football game in the world, millions of players, billions in revenue, and complete dominance over its competition. So why would EA risk changing the engine behind it? Because in 2016, EA wasn't trying to make FIFA better. They were trying to make FIFA feel different, not like a football game, like a television broadcast, and that decision changed the franchise forever. At first glance, FIFA looked unstoppable. Every year, the sales were huge, the licenses keep growing, and EA had become the undisputed king of virtual football. But there was a problem. By the mid-2010s, graphical improvements were becoming harder to notice. Players expected realism, they expected atmosphere, television quality presentation, and FIFA's old technology was starting to show its age. The matches looked good, but it didn't always feel special. EA needed something bigger than another graphics upgrade. They needed transformation. The solution was Frostbite, and on paper it sounded strange, because Frostbite wasn't built for football, it was built for war, battlefield, explosions, destruction, massive multiplayer battles. Everything about Frostbite screamed first-person shooter, not football simulation. Yet, EA saw something else, a powerful engine capable of creating cinematic experiences. Technology making Battlefield feel epic could make football feel epic too, at least in theory, because moving FIFA to Frostbite wasn't guaranteed to work. It was one of the biggest technical risks in the franchise's history. Most people think Frostbite was about the graphics. It wasn't. At least not primarily. The real goal was presentation. EA wanted every match to feel like an event. The tunnel walks, the crowd reactions, the lighting, camera work, atmosphere, everything needed to feel closer to a live broadcast, not just a sports game, a spectacle. For the first time, FIFA wasn't simply recreating football, it was recreating the experience of watching football, and that distinction changed everything. The clear example arrived in FIFA 17, The Journey. Alex Hunter's story wasn't just a new mode, it was a proof of what Frostbite could do. For years, FIFA had focused almost entirely on matches. Now it was telling stories, conversations, career struggles, personal ambitions, dramatic moments. The Journey transformed FIFA from a football simulator into something larger, a football entertainment platform, and players loved it. Because suddenly, FIFA wasn't only about what happened on a pitch, it was about everything around it. If you are enjoying this gaming industry breakdown, consider subscribing to Teckload and let me know in the comments what was your favorite FIFA game. For a lot of people it's FIFA 12, for others FIFA 17. I'm curious where is your peak FIFA era was. This is where Frostbite's impact becomes clearer. After FIFA 17, EA doubled down. More cinematic presentation, more realistic stadiums, more broadcast elements, more storytelling. Everything moved in one direction. Football wasn't just a gameplay anymore, it was entertainment. In the same way the Champions League anthem creates anticipation before kickoff, FIFA started to building anticipation before players could even touch the ball. That emotional layer became a part of the product, and it worked. Because football fans don't just love the sport, they love the drama surrounding it. Of course, every major change comes with criticism. Some players felt FIFA became too focused on presentation, others believed gameplay innovation slowed down, and there were debates about whether Frostbite was truly the best tool for a sports game. But regardless of where you stand, the direction was clear. EA had chosen spectacle. They wanted FIFA to feel bigger, more premium, more cinematic, and Frostbite was the foundation that made that possible. Looking back, Frostbite didn't revolutionize football gameplay. It did something more subtle. It changed how FIFA saw itself. Before Frostbite, FIFA was primarily a sports simulation. After Frostbite, it became a football broadcast experience, an entertainment product, a digital stadium, a place where football wasn't just played, it was presented, and that shift still defines the franchise today. So, when people talk about Frostbite, they usually talk about the graphics, the lighting, the faces, the visuals, but that's not the real story. The real story is that Frostbite changed FIFA identity. It helped transform football from something players controlled into something they experience. And whether you love that change or hate it, the franchise has never looked at football the same way since.